Former NYC Mayor Rudy Giuliani reaches settlement in dispute over Florida condo, World Series rings. New York, former New York City Mayor Rudolph Giuliani reached a settlement with two former Georgia election workers over ownership of his Florida condo and three World Series rings. They had been sought as part of a $148 million judgment against Giuliani. The deal means that a bench trial that had been set to go forward Thursday is no longer needed. Giuliani, 80, was supposed to be the first witness called in a bench trial to determine whether he has to give up his Florida condominium and three World Series rings as part of the defamation judgment against him. They would go to the two former Georgia election workers he defamed. In 2023, a jury awarded Ruby Freeman and her daughter, Shay Moss, $148 million in a judgment against him for falsely claiming they engaged in a fake ballot processing scheme in Fulton County, Georgia. Giuliani did not appear in court Thursday. As the hours ticked by, the witness chair remained empty. "I have reached a resolution. He gets to keep the New York coupe, the Florida condominium, and all his personal belongings," Giuliani attorney Joseph Camerata said. Giuliani posted a message on social media. "I have reached a resolution of the litigation with the plaintiffs that will result in a satisfaction of the plaintiff's judgment. This resolution does not involve an admission of liability or wrongdoing by any of the parties. I am satisfied with and have no grievances relating to the result we have reached. I have been able to retain my New York coupe and Florida condominium and all of my personal belongings. No one deserves to be subjected to threats, harassment, or intimidation. This litigation has taken its toll on all parties. This whole episode was unfortunate. I and the plaintiffs have agreed not to ever talk about each other in any defamatory manner, and I urge others to do the same," the message read. "The past 4 years have been a living nightmare. We have fought to clear our names, restore our reputations, and prove that we did nothing wrong. Today is a major milestone in our journey. We have reached an agreement, and we can now move forward with our lives. We have agreed to allow Mr. Giuliani to retain his property in exchange for compensation and his promise not to ever defame us," plaintiffs Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss said in a statement. "I couldn't be any more proud of him than I am right now," some Andrew Giuliani said outside court Thursday. Giuliani previously found in contempt. Just last week, a judge in the case found Giuliani in contempt for failing to turn over some information on some of his assets to the election workers' attorneys. As a result, he was banned from introducing some evidence. Giuliani was also found in contempt last week in Washington, D.C. The judge there found he continued to slander the election workers.